Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here for Popternative, speaking to Brandon and Kyle Goodman about Human Resources, dropping March 18th on Netflix. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
How exciting is this, though? I mean, you played Walter in Big Mouth spinoff.
Yes.
It's so exciting. Like, it's a really cool moment right now.
It's a thrill. My guts are bubbling from excitement. It's a lot. That could also be from my lunch, but let's just say it's the excitement.
My first question, I mean, before we kind of get into Human Resources, because I love the series. I watched it. It's a fun binge. I love animated series, Brandon. I think they're amazing. In your opinion, what's so appealing about animated television, animated shows, in your opinion?
I think it's nostalgic, right? Like, we grew up watching cartoons. Probably like the first thing a kid watches is cartoons. But obviously, you know, when you're a kid, it's how do you, like, you know, be nice to other people and learn your manners. Very Sesame Street of it all. And I think as you get older, you still want to access your inner child in that way, but with some dick jokes. And I think that's what we do very well at Big Mouth and Human Resources.
Yeah, I saw when Big Mouth first came out, they were doing a lot of interviews and everything. And then I saw some interviews with the cast, like Nick Kroll too, being like, you know, is it going to be like a charming show? And it's like, yeah, you know, animation is charming, you know, but it's got a lot of those out there moments.
What your definition of charming is. If your charming is, you know, dicks and vagina and how to fuck, then yes, we're very charming.
Well, growing up, right? I think you could also say...
There you go. Okay.
Okay. So we got a glimpse of Human Resources, Brandon, a little bit in Big Mouth. We kind of see the whole operation, everything. Now we're really diving into it with this spinoff series. What is the mindset like, knowing that, yes, you're voicing Walter that you have before, but in a whole different world now? Like, it's focusing on resources, the building, the work. What's that mindset like for you?
It's exciting because I think with Big Mouth, our focus is so about the kids, as it should be. They're going through changes. See what I did there? But in Human Resources, it's exciting because we get to learn more about the creatures' own personal lives, and so getting to like define who Walter is and what he's about outside of his clients was really, really exciting and fun to play with, and to find all the nuances and the layers in performing him.
What can you tell us about finding out about Human Resources? Because you're working on Big Mouth, you're working on other projects, and then, you know, this idea comes to be that you're going to focus on the creatures and the monsters that work at Human Resources. What did you know? What did you know about, like, Walter's storyline? Like, did you know a lot when it was first brought up to you?
No, we kind of only knew about two of the love bugs. We knew about Walter, we knew about Sonia. We knew that they were going to be in season 5 and that they would possibly be in the spinoff. And that was kind of the extent of it. Other than that, we knew that Walter was a little bit more, you know, chaotic and Sonia was a little more reserved, but that was kind of it. So it was fun to like play with, well, what is this world, and what are their lives, and what are their backgrounds, what are their love lives, and what are they passionate about outside of work.
I have the Big Mouth theme song stuck in my head now, so thank you for doing that.
You're very welcome. That's what I wanted.
But it's great though. It's a great one. It's very distinct. Yes. It's very it's punchy. You know what I mean?
Yes. Wherever you are, you just stop and you start rocking. You're like, yeah, I'm going through. It's like it's perfect. It's a great.
Now you're singing it all, man. This is just no.
It's my lighter and I'm in. I'm good.
This show, the creatures and the monsters, there's so many of them, so many characters. Mm-hmm. Is it blowing your mind?
It's complicated.
No, but it's
is complicated.
Yeah, there's obviously characters that they focus on, but there's a lot of like characters that show up here and there, like a lot. Like, what do you think about all the characters that we see in Human Resources? Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot of characters, and we talk about that often. Like, how many can you have at one time before it becomes overwhelming? And there are a few that were like, oh, these are always there, kind of shame, love, hormones. But then there are these, like, if, when you watch it, you see all these other characters who are also working in the building, and I'm always like, well, what do they do? Like, Ethan is a very specific character who looks to me like a dinosaur. I don't know if that's what he is, but I don't know what Ethan does. There are a lot of characters like that. You're like, what do you do? I don't know, but they all serve a purpose.
What do you do? I don't know.
I don't know, but I know you're important. You're here, so you're important, right?
It's
That's
interesting.
my HR voice. That's my HR talk.
Did you? I mean, it's not that long of a show, right? Like human resources. But did the team refer to it as HR? Or did you all just call it human resources?
Yeah. No, we always refer to it as HR. Which is confusing because we have HR and then the show's HR. It's a lot.
I grew up, watching a lot of those cartoons that were for like an older audience, the adult animation and everything, Adult Swim and everything. You know what I'm talking about, like the Family Guys and all that. And Big Mouth was like that perfect late night, raunchy, fun animated binge. They're gonna get the same thing with human resources.
You are. And I think the fun thing about Big Mouth and Human Resources is it is that like fun, loving to binge kind of thing. But then all of a sudden you're crying and you're like, wait, why am I emotional? Like, I think the show does a really good job of giving you the raunchy, but also giving you the heart and the vulnerability.
What can we expect without any kind of big spoilers? I love that we get to. My favorite thing about this is you actually get to learn more about like the love bugs and Walter, and like and that's a really cool thing. What can you tell us about what we're going to kind of see with Walter and some storylines in Human Resources without going into super big spoilers?
Yeah, well, Walter, obviously people were introduced to Walter as Nick's love bug on Big Mouth. And in this Human Resources, he has an older client named Yara who's suffering from dementia, and just seeing how Walter takes care of her and loves her so much and, really just champions her being still sexy and fabulous and wonderful. And then you also get to know a little bit about Walter's love life and his long distance relationship with another creature, which is also fun to watch them together.
Do you realize when you're working on a show like Big Mouth and Human Resources, like these are multi-layered complex shows, Brandon?
Yes, they are. They are. Well, it's funny. We're in the room as a writer. We're always we're always unpacking our trauma. I joke that I love unpacking trauma because that's literally what our job is. We literally talk about the hardest, darkest, toughest moments of our human experience, and then we bring the jokes on it, and then we make it funny. So I think that's why the show has that balance of both, because it's always coming from such a vulnerable place.
Brandon, thank you so much for your time. This was awesome chatting with you.
Thank you so much. You're so fun. I appreciate it.
Can you plug away where people can like follow you on social media, keep up to date with everything? There's an Instagram account, I believe.
I'm on Instagram at Brandon Kyle Goodman. I'm not creative. It's just my full name. Nice and easy. And that's where I spend most of my time.
Amazing. Well, this has been Pop Turn, youtube.com/PopTurn for previous episodes. You're going to be able to hear Brandon. It's funny. You're going to be able to see. You're going to be able to hear Brandon as Walter in Human Resources on Netflix. Until next time, this is Brandon Kyle Goodman and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.